What has changed with our training and nutrition since becoming dads?
Not together.
Not together.
Not together.
Just running on adrenaline, emotion, lack
Yeah.
of sleep, caffeine. Like, it's just brutal, mate.
I was literally getting like 3.5 to 5 hours sleep max a night.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I was knackered, but you kind of adapt to it, don't you? When you kind of just...
You just kind of like
go
power.
with it.
You just power through, don't you?
Yeah, I've just found it's my time available for training.
There's no winging it anymore. Before you got kids, like, you can wake up, you can plan your meals, it's cool, like, you can cook and clean and you can do all the shit you need to do and you're in your own time to a certain extent. Whereas when you've got kids, everything's got to be planned out. Like, if you wing it, you're not going to get anywhere.
The amount of times this past year where I've had to train literally like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday because I've just spent all week working and not found time to get it in. And it was literally only these last few weeks where I said to Sophie, I was like, I need to fucking sit down and be like, right, I'm going to go to the gym here, 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 and here. And I've literally just joined a different gym for their opening hours.
You know, I don't want to sound like a wanky fucking bro coach saying, do you want it?
But no, but there's an element of that is true.
I know that if I get up and I go to the gym, then I can be home for 6:30. I can make breakfast for Brody and Thea. I can spend a couple of hours with them whilst Louise catches up on some sleep. Have a bit of time with them, just me and them, and I've got my gym done. Like, I'm not stressing. That's done then for the rest of the day. I don't have to stress about it. I don't have to worry about when I'm going to get it in. I'm going to fit the session in. Yeah. It's like, no, I've done it. It's done. It's
8 o'clock in the morning. I'll have fish and a rice cake.
Welcome back to Fish and a Rice Cake. Why?
You've done it wrong again.
I've done it wrong again.
For God's sakes. This is why I should do them
You
first.
should do the
Set the
intros.
standard.
He's Jake, I'm Jake. You know who we
He's
are.
fucking it up.
I'm fucking it up. And today we're going to talk about what has changed with our training and nutrition since becoming dads.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Done it.
Not together.
Not together.
Not together.
Yeah.
Although similar timings.
Very
well, I
similar.
mean, you were already a dad for like 2 years before that anyway, but yeah.
My second is very similar in age to your first.
Yeah, not that far off.
Yeah. And it's Lilo's birthday in a few days, isn't it?
As of recording, it's her first birthday in 3 days. Friday today, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, so
Friday.
3 days.
Yeah. Crazy, mate, isn't it? It's like, we were talking about earlier how, like, it's mad
I
out time.
can't remember the first 6 months.
I know.
Like, it is... I mean, obviously, I can remember bits of it, but like the majority of it is just such a blur.
It's because you're just running on adrenaline, emotion, lack
Yeah.
of sleep, caffeine. Like, it's just brutal, mate.
It is like what I was saying to you. So the first week with Lilo, we spent just in hospital. She was absolutely fine, but it was just for like observations and bits and bobs like that. And Sophie was asking me the other day, like, "Oh, can you remember what this nurse was called? Or can you remember what this nurse was called? And can you remember what the ward number was?" And I'm like,
None of
I
it.
have no fucking clue. I have not got a clue.
Yeah, none of it.
I barely remember the week.
Yeah, it is mad. It is crazy. And you kind of, when they get to a point where they're starting to sleep and settle down and stuff, which you're probably kind of getting there to a certain extent now.
Yeah, she's in a pretty good routine now. From
Yeah.
about 6 months onwards, she really started to get better and better.
That's
with
what
it.
I mean. I mean, Brody's getting worse, but yeah, no, we found that with Thea as well. And then you do get to a stage where you forget about that struggle period. So, like, for example, with Thea, like, when she settled into a sleep routine, like, should we have another one?
Yeah, that's what tricks you into having a
Yeah,
second.
yeah, exactly. And now we're back in the trenches with like zero sleep.
Regretting life decisions.
Well,
Not regretting
no,
Brody.
he's amazing, but he's honestly like he's the funniest, happiest, smiliest kid in the daytime. As soon as it gets to bedtime, he's just a fucking demon, man. Like,
Yeah.
he just turns into a demon. I'm currently sleeping on Thea's like pull out bed, because the only way he will sleep is if he's in bed with Louise, and obviously she doesn't trust me in the bed as well. Like, if I roll over and crush him or something. So yeah, that's that. It's tough, but it's what it is.
Well, we were messaging last week, weren't we? Because you messaged me in the morning saying how knackered you were, and I replied to you saying, "Oh, same." I was like, I'd literally slept on the couch last night for a similar thing.
Yeah.
Lilo, for whatever reason, she just had a one-off bad night and she just wouldn't settle in a cot, so I had to have her in the bed. And then you were like, "Fucking hell, Sam, slept on the couch all night."
Yeah. So like, sleep is certainly one that we can talk about, but that is something that is affected.
So I'm actually finding it harder now that she's sleeping better than I was when it was really. So when she wasn't sleeping great, and I'd be up until midnight most nights anyway, and be up numerous times through the night with her, like, again, obviously myself and Sophie. She was there doing most of it, really. And then I'd be up from like 4 o'clock anyway. Like, I was literally getting like 3.5 to 5 hours sleep max a night. And don't get me wrong, I was knackered, but you kind of adapt to it, don't you? And you kind of just...
You just kind of like you just power through, don't you?
Yeah.
Without really realising how tired you are, you just adapt to that lack of sleep.
Whereas now she goes down at about 7:30, 8ish, and she'll pretty much sleep through till the early hours of the morning until she wants a feed or something. And then she might be unsettled once or twice a night. Maybe usually it's maximum once. So it's pretty good. Fuck me, getting up at 4 o'clock now is so much harder than it was.
Yeah, I think it's because you kind of get used to sleeping again.
You got a lot to catch up on.
Yeah, no, you got a lot to catch up on, and you get used to sleeping again. So when you do have a rough night, it feels rough. Do you know what I mean? Whereas like in those early days, it's just all rough.
It's
just all rough.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of getting by. But yeah, we thought we'd talk about kind of how things have changed and what we do differently, if we do anything differently. Just talk about that, because I remember, especially when I Brody the second one, there was someone in particular who messaged me. He said, I think I've shared like a progress update or like my own training or something on Instagram. And he was like, you won't be sharing these when you've had the second one, kind of thing. It was a bit of banter, and I was like, I reckon I will. Like, I reckon I still will be. Yeah. And so be it, I am.
Yeah.
So we just, because obviously everyone assumes that it's going to get way harder. And don't get me wrong, it does.
It does.
It has its challenges, and again, I think that's why we wanted to talk about it, is like how we navigate those challenges. But it doesn't mean that you can't do it.
Yeah, the challenge, the main real challenge I found is nothing to do with nutrition or anything like that. That is really, it's unaffected, to be honest with you, because it's not like you're eating meals with them because they're so young. So your nutrition, it doesn't change. Don't get me wrong, you might be a bit more tired, and by effect, you might be a bit hungrier and whatnot. But generally, it's like nutrition's nutrition. If you can stick to a plan, you're fine. I've just found it's my time available for training, or my time available if I needed to do it for cardio. That would be it'd get done, but that would be the biggest difficulty. Because whereas before, like before we had Lilo, like if I wanted to go to the gym, I just went to the gym. And
the biggest thing I found is like, and I probably said this to you before you had Lilo, like, you don't realise how much time you've got. Like, and I thought I was busy before I had kids. I thought, and I was busy, don't get me wrong, but I thought I was like really busy. Like, fucking hell, I've got no time for me. And it's like, no, I actually had loads of time for me. It was just that my spare time, could do whatever the fuck I wanted, and that included the gym. So the gym was almost like a chore, whereas now it's like a privilege, if that makes sense.
It's a bit of time off.
It's a bit of time. Yeah, well, it is. That's what I'm saying. It's like your time for you. So you just don't realise how much time you've got before kids. Yeah. And like, the time, just like when you've got kids, and like our bedtime now, like with two of them, is just like logistical like craziness. Like between the hours of like, I'll probably say like 5 and 8, madhouse, absolute madhouse. And you just done afterwards. You're just absolutely done. We
get Lilo down on a night, and then she normally goes down at around 8, 8:15ish, something like that, and then we literally have our tea at 8:30, and then sit and watch TV for half an hour. And then pretty much goes to bed, and then I'll stay up for another sort of hour or so, maybe to finish off some work bits, and then I go to bed. Like, it is that, like, we literally get about half an hour to 45 minutes to chill, and it's like, right, we best be going to bed.
You get no time for each other. Like, at the moment, me and Louise are saying like we're like ships passing in the night, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, we just don't spend any time together. But yeah, I think the biggest struggles and the biggest thing for me was I just had to get really organised with my time. So you can't, and I say this to my clients who are parents, like, you can't. There's no winging it anymore. Like, it was easy before you got kids. Like, you can wake up, you can plan your meals, it's cool. Like, you can cook and clean, and you can do all the shit you need to do, and you're in your own time to a certain extent. Whereas when you've got kids, everything's got to be planned out. Like, if you wing it, you're not going to get anywhere. It's simple as that. Like, you've got to know what your nutrition's going to look like when you're doing your steps. Again, even little things at the moment, because like I know Sophie goes to the gym. Louise is trying to go to the gym like 3 times a week. So again, it's us. We actually sit down on a Sunday. You
have to navigate.
And we navigate. So we sit down, we plan our meals for the week for a starter. So we'll plan our evening meal. So we're eating the same evening meal together. Thea now eats with us as well. So she'll be having the same food as us. So we make sure we're all kind of on plan there. I'll sit down and say, listen, I'm going to go to the gym on these days at this time. She'll go, I'm going to go here, here, and here. And again, I'll put that into my diary. And it only takes 5 minutes, but you've got to be intentional with it. Like, you can't, whereas before kids, just go whenever the fuck we wanted to, essentially. Do you know?
And this is something that I've literally only just got a proper handle on, because for this entire last year, it's definitely been the most inconsistent I've been with training, in terms of I've probably missed more weeks not getting 4 sessions in than I ever have done before, because I'll always just pretty much do 4 sessions a week. I've always got a minimum of 3 in, unless it's like a deload week or something like that. But I've definitely missed more workouts this last year, not because I have had that sort of thing of I'll just go tomorrow if I can. Like, I'll find time tomorrow. I'll get it sorted tomorrow. Then tomorrow comes around, and inevitably with the workload that we've got as well, didn't find time for it. So I'm like, fuck's sake, now I need to go tomorrow. The amount of times this past year where I've had to train literally like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday because I've just spent all week working and not found time to get it in. And it was literally only these last few weeks where I said to Sophie, I was like, I need to fucking sit down and be like, right, I'm going to go to the gym here, here, and here. And I've literally just joined a different gym for their opening hours because what we were...
I thought I saw you in a different gym.
Yeah, so it's only literally 2 minutes down the road from where I am. But the benefit of it, it opens at 5 a.m. every single day of the week.
Right, yeah.
Whereas, which is fine, like the gym I'm currently at, that opens at 5:30. And it's not like that's not early enough, that's fine. But on a weekend, it doesn't open till 8. And me and Soph both usually train on a weekend. So the problem we've been having is like the gym opens at 8. Soph will go to the gym for like 8, half 8. She'll train to 9:30, 10ish, comes back, gets herself sorted. Then I'm like, right, I'll go to the gym. So then I go to the gym for an hour, come back. It's like 12, 1 o'clock
Your
before
day's
we've...
kind of gone.
Yeah, and then you're like, well, fucking hell, that's half the weekend gone. And then we're back to Monday where it's just work again.
Yeah.
So I was like, right, get it sorted.
That's why I joined a 24-hour gym.
Yeah, I found a different gym. So I'm like, right, I can get up and get to the gym at 5 a.m. on the weekend now.
Yeah.
Get that boxed off so that she can get there for 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then we've got the rest of the weekend.
That's what I do. So, like, and I think people think I'm crazy sometimes when I post that I'm at the gym at like 5:30 on a Saturday. But I'm like, well, my Fridays aren't fucking wild. Do you know what I mean? I'm not in the pub, like, and I don't know, I'm occasionally in the pub, but like, generally speaking, I'm not in the pub till 1 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm putting the kids down to bed and I'm watching half an hour TV and I'm going to bed myself. So I prefer to get up early, get to the gym. And again, these are just the little kind of sacrifices you've got to make if you've got kids and stuff. Because people say, oh, I don't have time, I've got kids. It's like, well, you do.
You do.
No, you do. It's just finding that time. And like, for me, it's, and it's, you know, I don't want to sound like a wanky fucking bro coach and do you want it? Like,
but no, but there's an element of that is true.
There is an element, 100%.
If it's important to you, you will find
and it is
time
important
for
to me. So therefore, for me, I know that if I get up and I go to the gym, then I can be home for 6:30. I can make breakfast for Brody and Thea. I can spend a couple of hours with them whilst Louise catches up on some sleep. Have a bit of time with them, just me and them, and I've got my gym done. Like, I'm not stressing. That's done then for the rest of the day. I don't have to stress about it. I don't have to worry about when I'm going to get it in. I'm going to fit this session in. It's like, no, I've done it. It's done. It's dusted. It's boxed off, and like that allows me to then actually give more to everybody else. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Because like I've had so many times this past year where it's been like I've had to go to the gym at like 6 p.m. on a Saturday, 7 p.m. on a Sunday, just to get it boxed off. And I fucking by that it's shit. And by that time in the day, I am half dead.
Yeah,
like I'm starting to wind down.
So
like I'm going into the gym literally. The amount of times I've messaged Soph being like I've just dropped off like mid-set, like on a bench press where I've been lied on the bench, I can feel my eyes dropping. Yeah. And I'm like, I just need to get up and get this done. Yeah. When I've got the most energy in the morning, especially with now. I know I've only got one kid, and you've got 2, and that's ultimately like a lot harder. But even on the morning, like I would always say, try and get it done first thing in the morning if you can, because that is when I've got the most energy. Yeah. Like as the day goes on, I start to flag really quickly.
100%. I'm exactly the same. So that's the first thing, is just getting really organised with your time, knowing you're most productive as well. Like again, for me and you, I know you're the same. It is first thing in the morning. Like the longer the day goes on, the worse I get. And again, the same applies to your nutrition here, because this is easier for us, I think, because before we had kids, our nutrition was good. So like, not really much has had to change. If you're changing your habits and you're starting to try and eat better and try and improve your nutrition, lose body fat and build muscle and all that kind of good stuff whilst having kids, there's going to be more friction. So the main thing that I can say here is have a plan. Again, the same thing, because if you are tired, if you've had a bad night with the kids, you wake up, you're lethargic, like you're tired, you're stressed, whatever, all the stresses that come with kids and normal day-to-day life, work and everything else. When it comes to those meal times, if you've not planned those meals, if you don't know what that meal is going to be, you're going to make a bad decision because you're tired and you're stressed, and that's normal because you're not going to want to eat the healthy meal that maybe you should be eating. So again, just remove that emotion, remove that straight away, and just know exactly what you're going to be eating. And this is, I say to all my clients regardless, but certainly the parents in particular, it's like spend 10 minutes on a Sunday, as I mentioned that me and Louise do, just plan out your food. What we're having for dinners this week, cool. Right, so if I know I'm having spag bol on a Tuesday night and that's going to be X amount of calories, give or take, I can then plan the rest of my day in myself. Yeah. Because it's only me who has to look after those other meals. As long as I'm eating with a family, I'm happy. It's not that difficult. It's just doing it with intent. It's doing it with a bit of like, okay, this is what I want to achieve, so this is what I'm going to have to do.
And I think it helps to backload a chunk of your food for the end of the day. So
I do that.
Yeah. I will generally now eat, especially now more with having Lils and stuff, like I'll have less. I do generally have a big breakfast because I just really like my breakfast, but then my lunch will be
Light.
really, really light.
Yeah.
And then I'll have a bigger tea, and then I always have like a bowl of yogurt and some fruit or something like that before I go to bed.
I'm exactly the same. I hate going to bed hungry.
Yeah, I do.
One time. So like, for example, I will, similar to you, I'll have like a decent breakfast with like my overnight oats or something like that. Lunch will always be light, like a chicken salad, chicken and veg, something simple. Dinner, I've got a bit more to play with. So again, that gives me that bit more freedom to sit down with a family and have like a normal-ish family meal with them. Again, the meals we have are always good. It is your standard stuff really, but we just try and keep it lean. And then in the evening, I'll sit down and have my little skier bowl, my little yogurt bowl, and means I'm not going to bed hungry, means I'm quite content. And I find splitting it up that way for me, like 4 meals across the course of the day, I never have to wait too long before I'm getting something else to eat. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, there's periods of hunger in there. Of course there is, because that's normal. But it's just structure in it. It's like,
yeah. I think the other difference I found is just for time I actually have available at the gym. So I'm literally in and out in an hour. I might go slightly over sometimes, but I'm pretty much trying to be in and out in an hour.
Oh yeah.
And I think you need to go in with that expectation of you're not going to have the same amount of time to get a session in. Like so now, if I train with a client or something now, it is very much a thing of like I'll have to say to them before, look, I've got an hour and then I've got to go. So like if we're halfway through a session, I'm going to have to go halfway through, kind of thing.
Yeah, and that's where you go again. Like it all comes down to that intensity, doesn't it? And it comes down to making sure if you are in there for an hour, well, you're utilising that hour.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you're training hard, you're looking after, like I say, your intensity with your workouts, but then also being clever with it. So if you're going into the gym and the bench that you want to use or the machine that you want to use is in use, it's like then having that knowledge of like, okay, cool, I don't have time to hang about for it like I used to.
Yeah.
Let's move on to another piece of kit, which I can just swap out pretty quickly, or I can swap a leg press or a back squat, whatever it might be, like just move on quick. And I think it's just having that knowledge as well. But it's harder. Like I'm not going to sit here and say that being, it's just as easy, because it's definitely not. But what I am also going to say is I've made just as much progress, if not probably more progress in the last few years. And things change. So something else that's changed in my life massively is I was really social before kids. Still I'm social, I enjoy going out, but like I was really social, so like every single weekend I'd be out with my mates, I'd be having a few beers, I'd be going to the football, getting smashed. So actually that's just been replaced with the kid stuff. And actually it's made me more productive to a certain extent, because obviously I was hungover sometimes and I was tired sometimes, so I rarely have that now, because if you've ever tried to look after two babies hungover, like it's just not enjoyable. So I try to avoid that.
I've not had to try to do that yet.
Yeah, it's not fun, mate.
I've not had to try to do it.
Not fun. So again, like that's been a big change, but for me, that's been a positive change. So as I say, actually, I probably think I've made more progress since having kids and less, And also like if you want to get a little bit wanky in mindset, like it's you kind of wise change a little bit as well. Like yes, you're doing it for aesthetic, I still just want to look good ultimately, but like I also like it's quite cool when I'm going on holidays, like just being in shape dad. Do you know what I mean, by the pool and stuff like. I want my kids to see me doing cool shit. I want my kids to like look up and think, yeah, he's my dad was always pretty, like super dad kind of thing. But
I had that growing up. Like my dad always,
of course he was,
trained. He used to compete, and it was always that thing like amongst like my mates, my brother's mates, and stuff like that. It was always a thing of your dad's fucking massive.
Yeah.
That kind of thing, and it is when you're growing up with that, it's like it's quite funny. It's quite nice because it's got a little bit.
But it also sets good examples and shit, doesn't it? So
yeah.
But yeah, there we go. So it doesn't have to get harder when you're a parent.
Unless you have two.
Unless you have two. It definitely gets harder.
No, 3 then.
Hey, Louise,
I've seen Louise's stories.
Louise is still talking about it.
I know.
I
literally message her off the back of it. I'm like, you're gonna give him a heart attack.
I
need
to just like secretly get the snip, don't I? But yeah, there we go. We just thought we'd give a bit of an insight into how things have changed. So thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah. Catch you in the next one.
See you in the next one.